he wants to see an ace, but it won't be a good card for him.
10.
And
Three.
does Kim have the
Check.
continuation in him?
I
He
think so.
checks.
From what, oh. No, I don't think. No.
Check. 5 checks. Ace.
3 clubs on board, both players having the ace. The 7 playing right now, Park.
Yeah.
8.
8,000.
And
And
what?
this is a tough call for Peter. And he is behind and does it down a split pot at best unless he hits a 4.
Call.
But
He has quickly called.
yeah, but that's normally the flaw in Peter's game, is he called a little bit too quickly.
There's a lot of split pots out there. Anything above a 7,
King.
that's one of them. And what will happen now?
I think what's going to happen is Christoph is going to bet and Peter's going to pass.
8.
8,000.
I mean, on one hand,
And it's hard for Peter to put put Christoph on a hand that ace-4 is beating.
Pass.
he has passed. Peter Roach does not want to call with the worst of it. And little did he know that king saved him. Park. As it turned out, Kim, who's played very aggressively, has taken that pot off the Irishman.
Well, it's a complete change of speed for Kim from the way he played the first heat, that he was sort of playing a very tight anchoring kind of midfield position.
Yeah,
And maybe the Danes are aware of the fact that the Irish were watching their heat.
It was.
Captain Gus and Andy Black. Denmark versus Ireland. A little bit of jawing going on and some nose pinching, chips stacking. It's going to be tense in there. Only one team can go through to the quarterfinals. There's no Jones here.
No one to play with? There's always PartyPoker.com.
I mean, Andy Black missing nothing, and he has rightly pointed out that Ireland has failed to win a pot yet.
It's very strange for Andy because Andy's won 2 out of the last 3 tournaments he played. One in the Fitzwilliam Club and one in the Marion Club in Dublin. But he did have 14 rebuys in one of them. I can't remember which one it was.
Pass. Pass.
Park, there's been a raise from Gus Hansen, and Peter Roach has just called the 4,000 with the aces on the button. Is this is exactly where you want to have Gus Hansen, I imagine.
It's interesting. This is the position that Cascavino said he didn't want to have Gus Hansen, that he was going to play his hand, but Peter's decided to slow play it. That he thinks that maybe his best chance of getting some chips from Gus.
5, 2.
It's looking like a very good plan at this stage.
Check.
I think we'll see a check from Peter.
Gus showed a lot of good escape potential in his first round match when he was out flopped.
4,000.
I don't think you got to be Houdini to get away from this one.
I have to imagine pretty unlikely that Gus Hansen has ever come up against Peter Roach before.
I doubt it.
Pass.
Gus playing a lot in America, Peter on the European tour.
What happened there? Was that part of the plan?
But he may have, I think Peter did very well in a WPT event in Paris a couple of years ago. I think Gus may well have played that.
Yeah. As well as the...
He also got a big spin in one of the Hold'em events at the World Series 3-4 years ago. I'm not sure which. Got to the final table there. Got knocked out in a huge pot by Ted Forrest, who's probably forgotten about it by now, but Peter certainly hasn't.
Raise to 3,000.
Actually, I remember that pot, Ace King versus the 2 7s.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mystery to me. I raced down to hear both interviews. I still haven't worked it out.
Pass.
I think they were the chip leader and the second chip leader with 9
Pass.
left.
The race has been from Tony Cascarino with the king-queen
Pass.
suited, and he'll take on the Danish footballer here. 2 footballing legends with 4 face cards between them. And
One of these guys has got a European Championship medal, and
927.
but the other guy was obviously far more important. He got to play for Ireland, despite the fact he could get lost in O'Connell Street.
Check.
Cascarino not getting out of line here. I would imagine it seems like these Irish have a form line on Kim, as you said, Parg, that is very. He's not going to bet without having it.
Well, which is so far
6,000. Call.
been a little errant. Kim looks to have found a different gear for this quarter-final.
6,000 bet and called. Kim actually leading here.
Queen.
But that a disaster
Check.
card for him. And does Tony know how well? I imagine he does.
Yeah, oh yeah.
6,000.
He set the trap here very nicely after hitting the
Raise.
queen.
10,000 more, 16 total. 10 to call.
Tony be disappointed that Kim is as weak as he is.
Well, that's a pretty tough spot for Kim. Can he put Tony on a queen here?
Well,
You know, he might feel like the pot's pretty big at this stage.
well, he may have been told that Tony doesn't mess around too much. You know, one of the strengths of Tony's game is his patience and the fact that he's, you know, Tony's a book player, but he plays the book game very well.
He may
It's
also,
it's very extraordinary for an Irish player.
I was just thinking he may also have been told to finish everything you start.
Look at this.
Race.
Re-raise. Yeah. You have to put in another 6.
How much more to make?
16.
And Tony calls
Oh.
this, but he's not going to like it all that much.
Well, I mean, it's a strong play right now, but the river is where it's really going to happen, Parg.
Well, it's an extraordinary pot because there was a bet and a call where they both had nothing on the flop. So
Okay.
it's pretty hard for Eden to put the other guy in the hand. I think Kim would be well advised to forget about it at this stage.
There's 84,000 in there. How much? Well, Kim, how
Well,
deep will he be willing to go here?
He'd probably bet maybe 16 or 20,000 on all known form.
Okay, 10,000. 10,000.
Well, it wasn't that far off.
10. 10, okay.
He's okay with 10. Call.
Tony Cascarino was delighted that it was only 10,000.
Okay,
He
guys.
calls with the top pair quickly,
please.
and Kim Christophe showing
Said 10's okay, but
the ace-high pair of queens is good. It was a good thought from Christophe, Parg.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
Yeah, it's a little unlucky for Kim there because you know he called the race before the flop with the ace jack. He quite correctly worked out
He
that he
didn't
was ahead
actually
before the
state what the
flop.
ace-
Kim's done absolutely nothing wrong in this pot.
I think that's his last chance.
I really would have liked to see what had happened if looked like Kim did want to bet more there. Was there a bet that would have taken Tony off the pot?
Yes.
Well, all in might have given him something to think about.
But you know, if you do
Team morale is always great. I'll tell you what, we had probably our biggest asset in the Irish team in the footballing days was the way we all got on with each other. And I've known Andy and I know Peter, played against them on a couple of occasions, so you know there'll be no problems there. You don't want to let down your playing pals that you play with. You don't want to be doing that. You want to try and give it your best shot. So you walk off afterwards, and if you get unlucky and you lose, so be it. But you don't want to be going out with them saying, "Oh, you gave away your chips too easily."
The guy in Bilbo thing, his chips moving.
Oh,
on,
yeah,
you know.
I like that one.
Yeah, I like that one, but it was down 5 minutes.
But still,
He's too good for that.
yeah, I'm still impressed.
Yeah, me too.
Call. Pass. Pass.
Limp in on the
Call.
suited ace for Gus Hansen and Christophe
Check.
to folded a better ace there. In fact, he'd probably end up having the best hand out of all 6 of them,
Okay.
being out of the pot.
No raise.
But not really.
It's hard to believe anybody's going to pass the best hand at the table for 1,000 at this game.
So up to you.
Who's up then?
So we are 5-way, and the action will be
Weird angle. Yeah, if you cut away from him, what's he gonna do?
on Tio when the flop comes down.
10.
And,
Queen 9.
I
Check.
know Hansen has clubs.
Check.
Say hello to him.
1,000.
That bet probably just informational,
Call.
Parg.